Hey guys, today we're going to be getting stuck into a few things I wish I knew before I started nursing. No one really warns you how chaotic your first year as a nurse can be. You're suddenly the primary nurse for real people, you're panicking on the inside, and every shift feels like a test you haven't studied for. Which kind of makes sense because a lot of what you actually need to know in nursing is not covered in nursing school. That's why I'm here today. I'm going to give you the full rundown and help you feel more prepared. No sugarcoating here today. I'm going to be giving you the nitty gritty, the behind the scenes, all the things that weren't put in your uni lectures. Today's point might seem a little obvious, but that's exactly why I overlooked them. I'm going to be going a bit more in depth of why they've made today's list and why I think that they're important for you to think about and plan for. Without further ado, let's get into the perks. It's hard today. I'm tummy. Oh god. Alright, what's our first perk? Our first perk on the list, let me have a look, is, oh, surprise, surprise, the money. Starting off strong, everyone knows that it's not a bad paying job. What I wanted to point out is the thing that gives it the potential to be a great paying job is your penalties or your shift work allowances, let's call them. These are things like your afternoon shift penalties, your night shift penalties, your overtime penalties, your double shift penalties, Saturday, Sunday rates, public holiday rates. That is where the money is at, okay? I've gone periods of time where I've worked a lot of shift work and a lot of penalties, and other times where I've been avoiding shift work, and the difference you see in your paychecks is huge. I wish it wasn't true, but it definitely is. Just something to think about if you are looking at getting into an area that doesn't have much shift work, like day procedure units, endoscopy, hemodialysis. But this is definitely something that you should not be focusing on in your grad year. I don't want you thinking about the money. I don't want you thinking about picking up extra shifts or doing double shifts, even if you feel like you've got the hang of it. All right, another big one is the job security and the opportunities for work. This is definitely something I've appreciated. I've been able to work in so many different areas of nursing and so many different areas in my country really easily. All right, leading on from this point is different avenues that you can take with nursing. There is pretty much a role that fits almost anyone, depending on whether you like structured environments, unstructured, fast-paced, slow-paced, surgical, medical, older people, younger people, babies. Maybe you don't like people at all. There's still a job for you. Also, just within your standard ward nursing, there is endless different wards and places of work that you can go to. You might find that you're more inclined and enjoy learning about, say, neuro patients or cardiac patients, ortho patients, oncology patients, whatever tickles your fancy. And as someone who gets itchy feet and bored very quickly, I am so grateful that I've been able to move around to so many different places and areas and meet so many different people and work with so many different teams, and I couldn't have imagined if I just had to stay in the one spot. I think I would have gone crazy. It's just me though. I know plenty of people who have gone to their ward and they've stayed there and they love it. That's just my personal preference. I like to shuffle around, and I like to, yeah, see what else is out there. So I definitely love that I've been able to do this. And if you get so burnt out and tired of nursing and you need a full career change, you can do that too. You can go into research, you can go into teaching, there's heaps of office jobs. You become a cosmetic nurse, a prison nurse, a flight nurse, a cruise ship nurse, which is actually something I was considering, but we will see. Yeah, I've always got different ideas and we'll see. Now, perhaps my personal favorite part of this job is the fact that you can work casually. This is something that I love so much. It's such great job security, and I'm flexible with where I can work. I pretty much decide my own schedule. Just pick when I want to work on the day. Yeah, it's allowed me to have really good work-life balance, take days off where I need them, travel on short notice, attend pretty much any plan that I get invited to. I build my work around my life schedule, which is definitely how I want it to be. Not many jobs in the world have this option. Yeah, I'm definitely a casual girl. Everyone makes the world go around. I'm so thankful for all of you who are doing the hard yards and doing full-time contracts. Not me. Now on to some of the challenges and some of the things I struggled with. And when I tell you I struggled with them in my graduate year. I was extremely burnt out. I didn't really understand what was going on and what the problem was. Looking back, I know what things I wasn't really taking into account. Take note. Don't underestimate them. I don't want you guys to do the same thing. The first one is the long hours, an obvious one. However, for the work that it is, which is often in a high stress, fast paced, busy environment, 8 to 12 hours of that can be a lot. It's a big portion of your day. I'm definitely someone who would prefer a shorter shift, and this isn't something that, sorry, my sausage dog is going nuts. I'm surprised this is the first time that they've barked enough. So yeah, anyway, the 8 to 12 hour shifts that I was doing, I was only doing 8. I did 8-hour shifts and 10-hour shifts in my grad year, but that on top of everything else was a lot. Okay, similarly, shift work. The shift work in combination with the long hours is also a lot. So if you're not prioritizing your rest in your graduate year, these two things alone will burn you out. So if you're in Australia, you'll likely be doing a 0.8 FTE. That just means 8 shifts in a fortnight. 0.6 FTE would be 6 shifts in a fortnight. 0.5, you get it. And that can be a lot if you've gone from someone who's, you know, not doing that to doing that all of a sudden. It really does take it out of you physically. So prioritize your rest. I didn't do this, I didn't know to do this, and I was doing it in the wrong way. So please just rest. Okay, next point. You will probably be working a different schedule to everyone in your life. And because of that, you do find that you miss out on different social events and family catch-ups and all the good stuff. I definitely experienced a lot of FOMO in my graduate year. And not just because I was working different hours, but I just found that I needed more rest and recharge time compared to other jobs that I had. And I knew I needed to be on my A game, and that going out on a Friday night when I had work the next day was probably not a good idea. It's not, by the way. And because you also don't have a really consistent schedule, it's hard to even plan, like have a routine, make sporting commitments, anything, because you're rotating your shifts all the time. Okay, having to plan your life so far in advance. I, like I said, used to do hospitality. Rostering to me was done 2 weeks, max 3 weeks maybe. Had quite a lot of say over what hours I did. Yeah, it's done a month and a half to sometimes 2 months in advance. I tell you that I learnt to become organized and proactive, and I had my diary there with all my plans for the rest, but I'm not that kind of person. I'm not that kind of girl. My brain doesn't work that far in advance, so I really struggled with this in my graduate year. My friends and family organize things quite last minute anyways, well past when the rosters are already out. So I'd often just leave my roster up to fate. It just, yeah, I don't know. I missed out on a lot of things, basically. If there was something really important that I wanted to attend, I could try my best to get that shift swapped. Always swap with someone at the same level as you. So if you're a grad, usually another grad, just to make sure that the skill set on the floor is still safe. It's really, really important. You can always talk to your nurse unit manager, whoever's in charge of rostering. The earlier you get to them, the better, in my opinion. Yeah, that's just something to be ready for and try and build those skills up now. Alrighty guys, that's it for today's video. In part 2, I'm gonna be going into a few more things that aren't as obvious And if you're starting soon, please stop stressing. It's all gonna be okay. Don't worry, I've totally been there. Don't doubt yourself. Look at how far you've come. Nursing school and uni is definitely not for the weak. We approach preparing for our graduate year the same way as we do for a test in uni. It is completely different. Stop cramming and studying. If you want to study up on a few things specific to your area, great. Learn pretty quickly that your state of mind, how well you handle stress, how well rested you are all the main things that will allow you to excel. If you've got any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them, and good luck.